So we've just covered a whole lot of ornamental grasses. Another grass that's very important in our lives, and certainly in mine, is this underfoot, our beautiful lawns. And spring is the perfect time to get things going. So what do we need? Because often it's very overwhelming when we walk into a garden center and there are all these different things and you're like, I just want it green. Okay, so we're going to take you through it. Be calm and stick with me. So first of all, what we need to do is give it a good bang to wake it up from the winter. There are various products out there. Something like Turf Grow, which is an organic based. It's got seaweed in it, really cool. Use it. Follow the instructions, folks, whatever you do, please. It's little and it's pelletized. You probably want to get hold of one of these guys, which is a fertilizer distributor. Basically, pop the fertilizer in here. You've got your settings, and in that way, you're going to make sure that you are distributing your fertilizer evenly across your lawn. There is nothing worse than putting your fertilizer down and 2 weeks later you walk out into the garden and you've got these beautiful crop circles. It's because you ran out and you were just throwing it around liberally. There are various other fertilizers out there, organic pellets, 713s, the Turf Grow, but I really do enjoy something that's got a seaweed base. So have a look out for that when you are considering doing it for your lawn. Another option, and this is really for the gardener who hasn't got much time and really wants to do it nice and quickly, is this over here. It's ready to use. All you do is you take your hose pipe, you click it in, you move this little safety, little green guy here, turn it on, and as you're watering, so it mixes the seaweed fertilizer with the water at the right proportion, and you just simply spray it onto your lawn. Nice and quick. I would personally use a combination of a granular fertilizer and a liquid fertilizer to make sure that your lawn is going to get everything that it needs. It really is important that you follow your instructions carefully and at least 4 to 6 weeks apart. You don't want to over-fertilize. Now that you've got the fertilizing right, you might still have ended up with some patches that just haven't been able to close up properly in the lawn. Very annoying. How do we get rid of it? Pretty simple. Go along to your local garden centre. You're going to find lots of boxes of different seed. Now, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you've got a shady area, look for the shady mix. This in particular is a really good one, Bermuda. And the reason why I like it is because it's incredibly drought tolerant. It's a lovely fine lawn, beautiful underfoot. You can roll around it. Dogs love playing on it, and this works incredibly well. A box like this is going to cover about 40 square meters. But please read the instructions carefully. And I just want to show you here, because most of us botch this up. You just pop that in there. Okay, you can put these guys down just to protect it. And then, so that's how you go sowing your lawn seed. All these little perforations work beautifully, comes out nice and evenly, so you're not going to end up with a bang, a big area of lawn seed germinating in one area. Remember, with any seed, it's important to do your preparation. So if you've got a patch, turn it over nicely, put a bit of compost, some bone meal in it, rake it over evenly, and then simply sow your lawn seed. When you're sowing your lawn seed, once you've done that, a quick raking over and you're good to go. This over here is going to germinate within 12 days, 12 to 14 days, just depending on the temperatures. And it's all about water in its initial germinating stages. So there really is something for everybody, whether we've got a shaded lawn, whether we've got a nice sunny lawn that we want to make sure that we're covering it. It's all about fertilizing, using the right product. Okay, now, my most important thing, my bugbear, is all about edges. A really important part about lawns is your edging, and you either get it right or you don't. There's no in between. In order to make your life a whole lot easier with clipping your edges, try one of these things. This works with a lithium-ion battery, lasts long, in other words. All you do is you just pop the battery in the back there, and watch how cool it is to do the edges. And simply hook it up and go. What I like about it is certainly on the edges, because of this flat blade, you can literally hook it on to, if you've got either cobble edging or bricks like this, and simply just glide it all the way along. Also great for doing topiaries and any fine, important work within the garden. And this really does make life a whole lot easier. another option that you can do when you're doing your edges, but please, you've got to be very careful. The operator has to be in control at all times, and that's a trimmer. And they've got this new system with the cord, so it's called a tap and go. So as you are busy cutting and your cord gets shorter, because that's what happens, all you do at the bottom here is you just tap it on the ground and out feeds the cord automatically. Really works nicely. Please, just the most important thing you've got to be careful of is that when you're cutting, that you do an even stroke and you don't cut your lawn too short. If you cut it too short, it's going to end up brown and not look cool at all. For larger areas in the garden where you've got bigger areas of lawn where it might be difficult to get the lawnmower in, well, the trimmers are a perfect option for that. When working with power tools in the garden, always be sure to wear protective gear. A responsible gardener means a happy gardener.